Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's freezing here. We just had a blizzard last night. My goodness, lots of snow. So this is my snow outfit. Welcome back to Crafting and Crime Daily. I'm your host, Rebecca. Today, we're going to talk about the true crime story of Michelle Draconis. She is supposed to go on trial today. However, it's been postponed until Thursday. She's on trial for the murder of Jennifer Dulos. And I'm going to tell you about Jennifer in a second. Now, the trial has been rescheduled for Thursday, but I know that the snow that we had here in Kansas last night is headed in that direction. So we'll see what happens on Thursday. In any case, Jennifer Dulos was married to Fotis Dulos. They met and married at Brown University. Now, Fotis was born in Turkey, raised in Athens, Greece, and came to the United States in 1986. Now, he met his first wife at Brown University. They were married for 4 years and they divorced in 2004. Now, Jennifer Dulos, she was born and raised in New York, New York. Her mom was a philanthropist, dad was a banker, so she's got a little bit of money. Her aunt and uncle on her mother's side are the founders of Liz Claiborne Company. So Jennifer starts emailing and talking to Fotis prior to him divorcing his first wife. And after he divorces his first wife, they get married. Jennifer and Fotis get married about a month later. They proceed to have 5 children. At the time of Jennifer's disappearance, the children are between the ages of 8 and 13 and include 2 sets of twins. Yay! Oh my God, can you imagine? That's a lot of work. So at this time of her disappearance, Jennifer was working for an online local news agency so she could work from home. She was a stay-at-home mom. Fotis owned a real estate company. But from 2017 to the time she disappeared in 2019, they were going through a very, very contentious divorce, and he was having an affair with Michelle Draconis. Now, Michelle had a 12-year-old daughter. So on the morning of May 24th, 2019, Jennifer is seen on camera dropping off her children at the local school, private school, drops off all 5 children, and then at 8:05 she is seen departing. So she missed 2 appointments that day, one at 11 o'clock, one at 1 o'clock. These were doctor's appointments. And then by the time 7 o'clock rolls around, the nanny who had arrived at Jennifer's home at 11:30, she's worried now because Jennifer's not home. So she contacts the police. The police come out. She tells them, listen, Jennifer was planning to take the Range Rover that's in the garage to these doctor's appointments, but her Chevy Suburban is missing. Now, the doctor's appointments were in New York City. She never showed up for the doctor's appointments, and so the police, they start investigating because they're finding blood splatter in the house. They find it on the kitchen floor, the door to the garage, the wall of the garage. The Range Rover has blood spatter on it, and the kitchen sink has blood spatter on it. Now, the DNA on the kitchen sink comes back to her and her ex-husband, Fotis. All the other blood spatter comes back to her. The police start their investigation, and one of the first things they do when they start investigating is they go out and they canvass the neighborhood. Do you have a Ring camera? Can we look at your camera? It's facing the house of a woman that's missing. So they see that Jennifer's Chevy Suburban left that home at 10:25, and it's believed that the person driving that vehicle was Fotis. Now, they believe that Fotis probably arrived at that house via bicycle because they found some tire tracks. Now, the thing I have not heard, and maybe we'll hear this during the trial, is did they see him on any of this Ring camera footage that they gathered from the neighbors? So later that same evening, later on in the investigation, the police find video camera footage of Fotis and his girlfriend, Michelle Troconis, in his SUV running around Hartford, Connecticut, dumping bags of garbage into bins. They went to over 30 bins. So, of course, the police retrieve the garbage and they find in the garbage bloody clothing, a bloody glove, which Fotis's DNA was on the inside of that glove. And they find cleaning products that are bloody. Now, this blood comes back to Jennifer Fotis. Fotis and his girlfriend Michelle are initially arrested in September of 2019. They went through several interviews. I think they interviewed Michelle Draconis 3 times, but they're initially arrested for tampering with evidence, for, the disposal of all these garbage bags. So about a month later, after they've bonded out and they're waiting for trial on this tampering with evidence charge, Michelle Draconis moves out of the house that she's living with Fotis Dulos. And she takes her 12-year-old daughter and they leave. Fotis Dulos gets a new girlfriend in Curry. So by January 7th of 2020, the police finally believe that they have enough evidence. Still have no body. They still, to this day, they've never found the body of Jennifer Dulos. They have no body, but they believe they have enough evidence to charge Fotis Dulos with conspiracy to commit murder, capital murder, kidnapping. So he is arrested. Michelle Draconis is also arrested, same charges. They both bond out. He bonds out on a $6 million bond. That's a hefty bond, but he can afford it. He owns his real estate development company. On the morning of January 28th, he is setting out to go to court. There was an emergency bond hearing. I don't know what that was about. He and his current girlfriend, Ann Curry, they were planning to go together. But that morning he says, let's take separate cars. So they leave to go to court. Jennifer, on her way, she gets a call from Fotis's attorney. His name is Pattis. And he says, where is Fotis? She says, we left. We're taking separate cars. He's on his way. And he says, well, his GPS tracker is showing that he is at home. And she's like, oh my God, call 911. So she rushes back home. They call 911. Everybody gets there. The emergency responders get there. He's in the garage in a vehicle in his home in Farmington, Connecticut. So apparently what he did was he ran a vacuum cleaner. He hooked it up to the exhaust pipe and running it into the interior of the vehicle, and he was poisoned with carbon monoxide. He left a suicide note that said, I refuse to spend even an hour more in jail for something I had nothing, in all caps, to do with. He was resuscitated by the first responders and they took him to the local hospital, where he was put on life support for the next 2 days. Now, during that time, the 5 children were able to come to the hospital and see their dad prior to him being taken off life support on January 30th of 2020. Oh, that would be 2020. So, there you have it. Yeah, quick show. That's what I know about this case thus far. Jennifer, like I said, has never been found. Nope. And I have seen, I've covered no body cases, no body trials, and some have been successful, some not. But statistics show where there's no body found, the defendant is more likely to be found guilty. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, this is something I will cover going forward when the trial does happen to start. So, short show for you guys today. I just wanted to give you a little update on this upcoming trial. If you're in that area, let me know. Let me know what you know. If you got any insider information, let's have it. Yeah. Also, I need to tell you that in Sunday's live, I covered, or we talked about the Las Vegas judge that had been attacked by the defendant as she was sentencing him. Well, he appeared in court yesterday in front of her again. Apparently, Monday he had refused to come to court, so he comes to court the next day, and or yesterday he comes to court. What was it? Yesterday was Monday. Wait a minute. What day of the week is it? I don't even know. This is terrible. Anyway, he comes to court, and he's got this face covering on, like a bag, and and he's got shackles, like he is just, and he's surrounded by police officers. I didn't count, but I'm going to say 5, 6 officers, just in a circle around him. Now his attorney is outside of the circle. Yeah. And the judge makes it clear that he's here that day so she can continue the sentencing that she was going to do when she was attacked. He was being sentenced for some violent crime, and I didn't get to see the actual sentence, but she made it clear that any charges that had arose out of the attack he would have to go in front of a different judge for that. So he was sentenced on whatever the charges were pending that day, because she was getting ready to sentence him. And she said, "Now my sentence, I haven't changed my sentence in any way. You're going to get the same sentence that I was going to give before you attacked me." Well, she didn't say that, but she says, before the incident occurred, and you dove over my desk and attacked me. But I'm wondering, like, the face covering, did he like try to bite her or something? Or, we don't know, because he literally flew over the desk and tackled her, and we couldn't see him after that. And, you could see like the clerk wailing on him. He got in a few good ones. So I'm sure there's no shortage of bruises on that guy. In any case, that's something I'll follow as well. It's kind of interesting. All right, guys, have a wonderful snow day, and I will see you tomorrow in Crafting and Crime Daily. Take care, everybody. Bye.